Our final group this evening is our candidates for aldermen. We already have 8 of them. We'll try to stay in the same format we did before. We'll each have 2 minutes to introduce themselves and 1 minute for questions. So I've asked the gentleman I'd like to begin.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Chamber for having this event. This is amazing. They did it 4 years ago, and it was a start, but this is bigger and better, and I love it. So, and thank everybody for coming. My name is Bret Reece. I've lived in Harrisonville since I was born, 46 years now. I was involved in church growing up. I was in the Octagon Club, the Optimist Club had for a while, and then charity work with the Masons. I've done golf tournaments that benefited Bright Futures, and we built a new backyard for Hope Haven. So I did a lot of that kind of stuff through the years. And then about 6 years ago, I just decided it was time to move forward. So I emailed the city, and I said, what do I do about looking forward to being alderman? Well, it turned out at the time, there was a vacancy on the Board of Aldermen. There were several candidates for that vacancy. I was one of them. Went through an interview process, and I ended up getting the appointment. So I served 2 years, and then the time came to run. So 4 years ago, I ran for Board of Aldermen, and fortunately won the election by 14 votes. I was good friends with the man that ran against me, Jim Proctor. So I've been doing this for a while. When you're an alderman, not only do you have to look forward or look at what's best for the city, but you specifically need to look good or look for what's good for your ward. I'm in Ward 3. I'm proud to live where I live. I like where I live. There's different demographics in a lot of wards. One of the things that we see in Ward 3, there's more gravel driveways. There just are. A while back, it came, I'm looking for the orange.
Yeah, that's she's quick.
There was an ordinance that was going to make everybody have to pave or concrete their driveways. I fought against that. We brought it down to, I got it down to chip and seal. I'm going to continue that. I'm going to make it so people can keep their driveways.
Maybe it's up to you.
The person that submitted this question wanted it to be for the mayor and also the alderman. Running for public office can be a grueling experience that few people engage in on its own. Who first approached and inspired you to run, and who has financially supported your run?
Well, I started on this earlier. Did a lot of charitable stuff in Harrisonville. I've lived here my whole life. I'm one of the guys that stayed, one of the guys and gals that stayed. All my friends moved away. I love this town, and I just wanted to stay here. Whenever raising my kids here, it seemed like the next logical step. Got hold of the city, got involved, became an alderman, got reelected. I don't have a lot of money in this campaign because I don't have a lot of money right now. I paid it all myself. I've only spent about $350 so far. I want to challenge everybody. The information about who pays what, who's given what, is online. Ask around, you'll find it. You can answer this question yourself. You can find out who's giving money, to whom, and how they're doing it. So, go get them, do your research, make smart decisions.
All right. What personal qualities and strengths do you have that will make you an effective alderman?
I'm honest. I'll have a conversation with you if I completely disagree with your position. I'm more than happy to have that conversation with you. I will expect you to be honest too, and if you're not, you meaning everybody, I'll call you on it. Okay? Sometimes the news I deliver as an alderman to you is, I can help you because we found this and this and we found this. And sometimes the news is crappy. And I'll tell you that news too, because don't trust anybody who says they can fix every problem, because there's 10,000 people in this town. And any decision you make as an alderman, 3,000 of those people are going to think you're an idiot. Or say that you're crooked. That's how it works. I will argue anything as far as I can. I would expect honesty, and I will deliver it myself, and I have integrity.
If elected, do you come in with a personal agenda that would prevent you from giving proper consideration to matters related to the city as a whole?
Karen?
I don't know that I'd call it a personal agenda, but I have an agenda like everybody that lives here does. I have kids. I want them to grow up in this town. I want it to be a great town like it was when I was growing up, and it still is, and we can keep pushing it that way. Okay? I want a lot of the businesses that are empty now, like everybody does. I want to repopulate those businesses. And the way I'm doing it is working on parking lot codes, signage codes, and you can't just come in and scream that everybody's wrong and expect for it to fix overnight. You have to work with the other aldermen. You have to work with the mayor. It doesn't work black and white. Some people want you to believe that. It doesn't work that way. My agenda is to continue making it easier for small businesses, making it easier for people who live in specifically my ward, but the entire town. We're all together. It's a great town. I love it. I've always lived here. I intend to always live here, and I don't want to let it slide.
This is another question that we ask of the mayoral candidates. We'd like to hear from you as well. As an alderman, who will you seek advice or input from when you're making key decisions for the city?
Every 2 years, the city sends out a citizen satisfaction survey. It goes to every household in the city that pays a utility bill. We get incredibly good information from that, and we use it to set our agenda. That's a start. That tells us what to look forward to. What are the people wanting? You obviously have to talk to the other aldermen. There's good ideas all around. The mayor, the city staff, always full of good ideas. I mean, ideas are all around us. There's answers to all of the difficult questions that we face if you just go look for them. There's compromises, there's workarounds, there's ways to make this town better everywhere you look. You just gotta keep looking, you gotta find them, you gotta implement them.
This kind of goes back to Gary Kidd's comments that he made. The city is on track to enact a 44% water rate increase in 13 months for the water treatment plant upgrades. Do you believe this should have been handled in a different manner than such a drastic rate increase?
Bret, this one's yours.
Well, like Gary said, several years ago, the Board of Aldermen, the city at the time, decided to purchase water from Kansas City. Okay, it's been around, I don't know, what year did you say, 2007? Somewhere around there. It's been around a long time. And the idea percolated to get back to, a lot of people said, let's have our own water. Why are we buying from Kansas City? Why are we slave to them? So for the 6 years I've been around, we've been working on it the entire time. Let's study the lake. Is it big enough with the drought conditions? Will it handle a 50-year drought? Will it handle this and that? And that, along with the citizen satisfaction survey, said, let's do this. Let's be our own water source. Let's make it right. This is an expensive proposition up front, a very expensive proposition up front. In the long run, it's cheaper. We're not looking at Kansas City we're not just completely going to them for their prices. Some things you have to invest in up front to get your prices in the long run. And unfortunately, this is one of them.
All right, as an alderman, can you or should you support a board decision that passed even though you opposed it?
I think it depends on what you mean by support. I mean, legally support something? Absolutely. When this country was founded, it's a democracy, okay? It's perfectly fine for people to stand up and disagree wholeheartedly. And some people want consensus from their board. By God, everybody should agree. Totally wrong, okay? Sometimes I've been on the winning end, sometimes I've been on the losing end. You have to pick your battles, okay? Because sometimes if two of us vote no and it passes, you very well may have no chance of changing anybody's mind in the future, but sometimes you keep chipping away. I can support the board as a whole and support the democratic process and still disagree with the decision that was made by the entire body, okay? That's respecting the system that we put in place a long time ago in this country. That's what it's about.
What needs to be changed to stimulate growth in Harrisonville, and what would your approach be?
We don't need to push growth in Harrisonville. Harrisonville is growing. We had 10,016 people at our last census. I'm not saying I want to stop it. I'm going to echo what Mr. Meyer said earlier. We need measured growth. We need to manage our growth correctly. Okay? And echo what Judy just said. We need more, better, higher paying jobs in Harrisonville. I've commuted to Kansas City for 25 years. Okay? I like to drive up there because I, wake up. I don't like to drive home because I want to be home. We need jobs here. We need to raise the median income of Harrisonville. And like Judy said, we need to keep working on that infrastructure little by little. Those will come, growth will come, businesses will come. In the meantime, let's keep helping out the small businesses, because those are the holes that we need to fill right now. We're working on big businesses, little by little. We're working on jobs. We're working on measured growth.
This is something we also ask of the mayors. We want to hear from you as well. What do you want the city of Harrisonville to look like in 5 years? And what programs and projects will you support to make your dream come true?
I want to see a safe, vibrant, healthy community where I will continue to raise my kids and where they'll raise their kids. I want there to be jobs here that my kids can take, so they don't necessarily have to drive 45 minutes to and from the city every day. I want to continue the growth that we have in the right level, okay? I want it to be a place where my kids are proud to grow up and proud to raise their families. And I think we're on the track. I mean, I don't think we've gone way off that track. I think we just need to keep pushing in the right direction. There's information out there available. The Board of Aldermen and the Mayor work very, very hard for more transparency. So a lot of these accusations you hear, you need to look up yourself, okay? Ask someone, ask the city staff, ask the Board of Aldermen member. Find the information for yourself. We're getting there. There's always things to fix. There always will be things to fix. Let's keep working on them, keep pounding on them, and that's it.
Thank you. Let's do a last 1-minute wrap-up.
I'll echo that. Thanks so much for being here. It's amazing. We have people that want to be involved and will sit here for this time and listen and take your time to learn. Go vote. I want to thank the Chamber. I want to thank Dawn. Everybody that's involved in this. This is democracy. It's great. Okay. My name is Bret Reece. I'm running for Ward 3 Alderman. My cell phone's been published on the city's website since I became my personal cell phone. You can get me email, cell phone, Facebook. You can find me. You can't swing a dead cat in Harrisonville without hitting a Reece, okay? All right, so again, thanks everybody for being here. Don't let us stop here. Ask more questions, okay? We all hit the tip of the iceberg. Everyone at these tables wants to talk more, okay? Wants to tell you more. Take advantage of that. I don't need to lecture you guys because you're here. You're here. But like someone else said, take it out of here and talk to other people and have them talk to other people. So thank you very much for showing up, and thanks to everybody for being here too. Thanks.